Hey guys, Matt Castilo here, the co-host of the Knicks State of Mind podcast, and I just wanted to spend a few minutes and talk a little bit about last night's draft lottery. I'm not going to lie and pretend like it doesn't suck or sting. It does that we didn't get the number one overall pick because we had so many options we could have done with it. Obviously, option number one is draft Zion Williamson. Look, I've covered him in high school. I've seen him play in person. That's the real deal. I think he's the kind of talent that's going to come into the league and have such an impact for an organization and turn him around right away. I think he just has that kind of capability in him. So it sucks that he's not going to be putting on a Knick uniform. And I do know that there's no guarantee he would have put on a Knick uniform because the reports that the Knicks would have traded him to the Pelicans for Anthony Davis, which also could have been great for the Knicks because we are in desperate need of some kind of superstar. So if you have ever listened to the Knicks State of Mind podcast, you probably know sometimes we can't help but be a little pessimistic about the Knicks because, they're the Knicks. When does anything good happen to them? They're a bit of a train wreck here, and they have been for quite some time. It's just been one thing after another. But I'm going to be a little optimistic here with the Knicks. At the end of the day, this is not the worst-case scenario. It could have been catastrophic, folks, if we did not stay in the top three. This was a draft that you wanted to stay in the top three. Because the reality is this. We're still going to get a good player at number three. Not the best. Zion's the best. I understand that, and that does suck. Can't stress that enough. But we are going to get a real solid player at three, and I think it's going to be R.J. Barrett. I think the Grizzlies take Ja Morant, because if we get him, that's a very special player too. But I do think that we're going to get R.J. Barrett, and I want fans to know this. R.J. Barrett was the number one high school player in the country for a reason. The guy's got serious game. I know there's areas of concern with him. If you watch them at Duke, sometimes very erratic. Shot selection's not the greatest. Three-point percentage, I think he only shot like 27% from behind the arc. And with his mid-range jumper, only like 30%. So there is an area of concern with him. But the bottom line is the guy has big-time scoring capabilities in him. He can put up 20, 25 points per game easily in this league. He has that ability. He's very good. 6'7" guy, a lot of length. Has a lot that he can bring to the table for the Knicks. Also, I'm still not giving up on this Anthony Davis trade. If Anthony Davis still wants out of New Orleans, and some of the reports are saying that he does, that winning the lottery really hasn't changed anything, the Knicks can use that third pick to send to New Orleans still and get him. If you think about it, like I said, I think Ja Morant's going to the Grizzlies. So if the Knicks send the third overall pick, the Pelicans can get Zion and then match him up with his college teammate R.J. Barrett. Those two have great chemistry and are good friends. That could be a really nice package for the Pelicans. I don't think it's enough. I think the Knicks will have to trade Kevin Knox, future picks, and probably like Alonzo Trier, Dennis Smith Jr., maybe even Mitchell Robinson in order to do it. But it's something I think the Knicks could look at. Because the reality is this. Last night could have been big for us, but the big part that's going to make or break the Knicks this offseason is really in July, what happens with free agency. And I just want to stress that, that it's huge in July. This whole outlook can change in a blink of an eye if things, for once, will just go the Knicks' way. I just want fans to know this, though, dating back to last night. If we do not trade, our third overall pick, and that's where we are, we're still going to get a good player. And that's some good news. That wasn't a complete loss last night. It stings, it sucks, but it could have been much worse. We're still okay. We're still okay. We're going to get a very good player. And possibly we can still use that pick and that player to get Anthony Davis that can help us get a superstar. So there's still something to be optimistic about. And really, no matter what happens again, what's going to make or break the Knicks this offseason is what happens in July. So just wanted to share that. If you're still upset about it, I get it. It does sting. I'm still struggling with it myself. But I do know that we have some options still with that third pick. And even if we keep it, keep in mind we are going to get a very good player still that can have an impact right away.